This marsh was the most dangerous area of the Huangmang Plain. This marsh was not only filled with poisonous gas, there were also many pitfalls where one would drown if they were to fall in. Not counting the poisonous gas and pitfalls, what made this marsh the most dangerous place was the presence of various types of magical beast. The strongest being the SS-class super magical beast, the A Violent Lightning Beast A trademark, who made this marsh its home. Hale took out the map and carefully looked at it. In this dangerous region, a single careless mistake could possibly lead everyone to die without a place for burial. Everyone was holding a wooden stick, and were gingerly feeling out the firmness of the ground in front of them, which resulted in them traveling very slowly through the marsh. Everyone keep up the pace, and be sure to be careful, Hale instructed as he felt out the ground in front of him. Although they were already traveling through the route stated in the map, at the rate they were moving at, it would take at least half a month to travel through the entire marsh region. Moreover, half a month was already the most optimistic guess, in the event that they do not meet any trouble along the way. Look over there. What is that? Luzia exclaimed while pointing at a location that was not far off in the distance. Everyone looked over, and saw not far away from them, there was a pile of shiny objects. As everyone went nearer to the objects, they discovered that those things were bagfuls of shining magical cores. They could easily make out that there were a handful of C-class magical beast cores, with some B-class cores mixed into the pile. However, what caught their attention most was the larger-sized core sitting beside the pile of magical cores. This core was giving off a dazzling light, and the group could easily see that it was an A-class magical beast core, a fire element magical beast core. Heavens, that is the Raging Flame magical beast A trademark S core. How can someone leave something so valuable lying around here? Ge Lita exclaimed. He was a fire magician, so seeing such superb magic core, he was naturally pleasantly surprised. Ge Lita wanted to instantly rush over there, but Hale pulled him back and stopped him before reminding him, A trademark T be impulsive, that place is outside the safe route marked on the map, so look out for dangers Ge Lita seized the map from Hale and took a look for a while, before saying with a smile, Hale, this place doesn't a trademark T deviate that much from the marked path, so it must be fine. I am declaring it first, whoever doesn't a trademark T go, that person doesn't a trademark T get their share the moment he finished speaking, Ge Lita took the lead and walked out towards the bag of magic cores. Shi Yan slightly hesitated, but still followed him. If that Raging Flame magical beast a trademark S magic core is mine, you can split the rest in half by yourselves Ge Lita immediately said when he saw that Shi Yan was following him to the bag of magical cores. Hale softly sighed and muttered, hopefully nothing happens to Thema Long Yi narrowed his eyes as he looked at Ge Lita and Shi Yan gingerly walking towards the bag of magic cores. Shaking his head, Long Yi thought, if one does evil, then they wouldn't trademark T survive if someone had half a brain to think, they would easily be able to discover the dangers surrounding the bag. The person possessing such high-grade magic cores was definitely not someone to be trifled with. Looking at the ground around the bag, tatters of clothing could be seen. The obvious conclusion is that the person who had the bag of magic cores died there, and the death of such a strong being would raise much suspicion as the dangers surrounding the area is clearly extremely large. At this moment, Ge Lita and Shi Yan have already reached an arm trademark S reach away from the bag. It was surprising, but nothing happened to the both of them. Ge Lita then turned his around to face Long Yi and the others before showing a complacent smile, as he bent over and extended his hands to pick up that bag of magical cores. CreativeNovels.com approved only. Eai, if I had known earlier, I would have also gone with them. Lan Tian patted his head for being too cowardly. Although Long Yi also wanted that bag of magic cores very much, but he didn't trademark T regret not going there. As he knew that one could only live a long life if one behaved prudently and carefully. Ge Lida grabbed and picked up that bag of magic cores, showing a crooked smile on his face, as if he was having a lewd dream. Suddenly several ear-piercing buzzing sounds of insects entered his ears. By the time he raised his head, he discovered that he was already surrounded by countless blood-red colored bugs. In merely a blink of an eye, blood-red colors suddenly appeared in front of his eyes. Before he could make a sound, his body was already covered in the blood-red colored bugs. Shi Yan, who was standing beside him, was no exception, as they were both assaulted by the swarm of bugs. €EUR what a Euro trademark s going on. €EUR Lantien looked over towards the direction of those fellows with a fearful expression. Everyone also had looks of fear on their face. €EUR each Lida and Shi Yan are done for. €EUR Ha Lei muttered. Obviously he was still not able to recover from that horrifying sight that happened in front of him just a moment ago. Long Yi sighed. He was able to clearly see what had happened just a moment ago. When Ge Lida had picked up that bag of magic cores and was foolishly smiling, several blood-red bugs suddenly came out from under the ground. Before he had the time to blink, countless blood-red bugs joined them as they burst from the ground like a volcanic eruption. The moment they appeared, the bugs stayed for less than 2 seconds, before returning into the ground. Ge Lida and Shi Yan disappeared along with the bugs, leaving behind only that bag of magic cores which kept on shining on the ground. €EUR Long Yi, that was so terrifying. €EUR Luzia tightly held Long Yi €EUR trademark's big hand and whined as her body was somewhat trembling from fright. €EUR this is the fate of the greedy. €EUR Long Yi lightly said. After that, learning from the mistakes Ge Lida and Shi Yan made, Long Yi and his traveling group became even more careful. As they firmly followed the path marked on the map without the slightest deviation. In this fashion, they walked for 10 days. En route, they met few ferocious marsh magical beasts. Some of them were disguised as a marsh, and when they reached the side of it, the magical beast suddenly launched a surprise attack. Luckily, under the combined effort of everyone, they were more scared than they were hurt. The night inside the marsh was really dark. This was because every night, the thin black fog that was covering the sky of the marsh would suddenly become very dense, enough to completely cover the moonlight. Long Yi laid on the big bed inside the tent, was feeling incomparably depressed in his heart. €EUR that Lang Yu is truly hateful. She perfectly knew that I and Luzia are on intimate terms, but this woman is dragging Luzia away every night. How am I supposed to carry out my plans on her if I don't €EUR trademark T get to see her? €EUR the more Long Yi thought about his wicked ideas, the more he was unable to suppress his urges, as his pubic region was already emitting his flames of desire. It was already deep into the night, but Long Yi jumped out from his bed, as he decided to adventure towards the Lady Asa €EUR trademark bedchamber. Long Yi assumed that since Lang Yu was a magician, she would definitely be meditating. He could easily enter and lead out the little elf without Lang Yu noticing anything. Besides, it was so dark outside that you couldn't €EUR trademark T see your hand in front of you. Moreover, no smart adventurer would light a fire in the marsh at night, as it would attract various terrifying magical beasts. If anyone was stupid enough to light a fire at night and manage to attract a strong magical beast to their vicinity, it would be too late to cry. Relying on his senses, Long Yi left his tent and began to walk towards the direction of the tent where Lang Yu and Luzia had entered in the evening. Feeling his way around, he arrived at their tent soon enough. After groping his way around in the darkness, Long Yi finally found the entrance to the tent. With his sensitivity, he noticed restrictions set up by spirit magic around the tent. If he were to forcefully enter, Lang Yu would definitely be alerted. CreativeNovels.com approved only. However, Long Yi was not afraid. He just smiled, and covered his whole body with his internal force. As he knew that AquarionJS trademark S internal force possessed the ability of assimilation and absorption of magic energy. Presumably, this spirit magic barrier was no exception. Sure enough, Long Yi easily passed through this spirit magic restriction, and a delicate fragrance directly entered his nose. Long Yi deeply breathed in 2 types of fragrances, and he clearly knew that among them, the pure lavender fragrance was that of Luzia. In the middle of the darkness, Long Yi could faintly see one person sitting cross-legged in meditation while the other was lying on the bed, asleep. Long Yi smiled, and thought, as expected, the meditating figure is definitely Lang Yu, and the one sleeping is my baby darling little elf. Long Yi quietly advanced to the side of Luzia, before pulling her into his embrace. The person he was hugging opened her mouth to scream, but Long Yi was already prepared for this as he easily sealed her mouth. The body of the beautiful woman in his embrace trembled and struggled even more violently to free herself. Seeing as his little elf was struggling, he slipped his big hand and held onto her chest. The pair of smooth and plump meat buns. Although his hand was separated from her skin through a thin veil of clothing, he lightly pinched, and slowly rubbed. Soon, he felt the buds at the peak were slowly rising up and stood erect in his hand. This young girl trademark's sensitivity aspect was first-rate. After a short while, she stopped struggling and her whole body became limp. Long Yi was proud of himself inside his heart. Under his resplendent moves, this young girl was unable to endure his teasing. Long Yi sucked the little Alpha trademark's small mouth, as he tangled his body with hers, which was smooth like jade and emitting a soft fragrance. Breathing hard, he continued to suck in the fragrance of the young girl in his hands. He was coiling around her body just like an octopus, and their nasal cavity was sending out exciting, and heart-rendering. Just like the strongest in the world, Long Yi was unable to maintain any self-control. Long Yi was in so much pleasure, he forgot that they were still at the side of Lang Yu. His hands took advantage of an opportunity and slid downward, steadily loosened the belt and passing through her smooth underbelly, as he arrived at the young girl trademark's secret Gardena trademark's periphery. This little elf was not clamping up her legs tightly like last time, rather, she was cooperating and had already opened up her enchanting. Her underbelly was lightly pushing upwards as if inviting him to begin searching deeper into her. Report this ad. Little Long Yi rose even more violently, so Long Yi simply undid his belt and let it out to breathe some fresh air. One of Long Yi trademark's hand mischievously played with the area between the thighs of this little girl, while his other hand held her small hand and moved it towards his little Long Yi. As soon as her small hands met little Long Yi, he felt a little resistance as her hand reflexively wanted to run away. But how could Long Yi let that happen? He pulled that small hand to the target as he lightly moaned, good girl the hand didn't trademark T escape this time, it merely held that big fellow motionlessly. Long Yi was getting anxious, as he grabbed her small hand and moved it up and down. After a few times with Long Yi taking the lead, it was as if the owner of the small hands knew what to do. She began to move her hand up and down somewhat shakily. Long Yi comfortably moaned, as he thought the little elf tonight was slightly different. With the exception of a little struggle at the start, she was now extremely enthusiastic. Unlike the last time in Long Yi trademark's tent. Slowly Long Yi trademark's finally reached its limit, he roughly pulled down the pants of the young girl, and his whole body pressed against her. Then little Long Yi slowly entered into a narrow moist and warm crevice. Long Yi immediately felt as if he was riding the clouds and mounting the mist. Long Yi kissed little Alpha trademark's face, and slowly moved his hands towards her sensitive long ears. The instant he kissed the ear, the forward movement of his waist abruptly stopped. Cold sweat appeared over his whole body, as little Long Yi also became somewhat soft in that instant. It was at this moment he realized that the person he was holding was not Luzia. Luzia trademark's ears were long, but the person he was holding obviously had a pair of Humana trademark's ear. Since this was not Luzia, it surely was Lang Yu.